So today's question, as I'm driving in the car, well, I'm not driving, is do you have your driving license? If so, when did you pass? And how did you pass? So I only passed February 28th last year, so almost a year of driving. I took my test at 17, went through a red light, failed, lost confidence in it, or not so much confidence, probably I'm a bit of a sore loser. Like when I fail at things, I don't like to do it again because I just feel like, okay, that's not for me, never gonna do it again. Same. But since having children, I feel like I just need to get my license and get a car. So yeah, and my test, the last one, was amazing. I got, as they call it, a clean sheet, 0 errors, faults. So I swear it was a fluke, but because I'm a terrible driver, really terrible. My current car, I've bumped it about 6 times already. So yeah. How about you? When did you pass your test and how did it go? And do you have a car now? All right, bye-bye.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, bumps aren't too bad. If you've got 6 bumps on your car, that's all right. You haven't technically crashed. That's all right. I'd take that as a win. Yeah, no, me too. If I fail something, it takes me a long time to want to attempt that again. This happens with everything. Beat Saber was a recent example. Driving license. Yeah, I got my driving license in 2009. I passed 3rd time. I did one of those intensive driving courses, so I did the whole lot in about 2 months over the summer. And let's see, which order did I fail these in? So the first one I failed with major incident because I went round a roundabout, and at some point during that I apparently crossed lanes into a different lane. I don't even know that I'd done it. Yeah, oops. Pretty major roundabout as well. Second one was raining, absolutely torrential rain, and I somehow had not driven in the rain, not even once. And we were going down this main road, and I was going down it just a little bit too fast because we went past a bus stop, and I managed to spray everyone at the bus stop, which is an instant fail. I mean, it was raining so bad that halfway through the test, they had to stop the test. Like, it was an absolute downpour. Yeah, failed. And then when I passed, I think I still got a minor. I went, like, it was a red light, so I'd stopped, but I hadn't stopped quite soon enough. But I got away with it because the line that was supposed to be across the road had worn off. So he kind of gave me a bit of a, yeah, I was let off on that one, I think. So yeah, 2009. I do have a car now. I have only driven once since passing my test from 2009. And so I bought a car last August, hoping to get back into the whole thing. And I was like, I really should do something with this driving license, and yeah, just get a car and get practicing again and get back into it. I just hadn't needed it in Leicester. My ex-husband drove, so he drove whenever we needed to go somewhere. And then even after the divorce, I lived in the city centre, so I just walked everywhere, or bussed everywhere. I just didn't really need it. Didn't have a car parking space anyway. But yeah, here I thought it'd be quite nice to drive about a bit, and yeah, it's just nice to have a car. So I bought one. It's really nice, really nice. I like my car. I love my car. I love my Jinx. Yeah, super nice car. Blacked out windows around the back. She's really pretty. Have only driven it once. I've been in it plenty of times when other people were driving. It works slightly differently here with insurance. So as long as your car is insured, anyone else can drive it. You don't have to insure someone else on your vehicle. As long as your vehicle is insured and they have a license, they can drive any car. So the one and only time I drove my car was out of necessity. not out of wanting to drive it at all. And funny story. So my boyfriend was in Benidorm because he had a show in Valencia. So we'd driven to this show quite early in the morning, because obviously there's rehearsals and setup and everything. And there was 4 of us that went. It's like a 2-hour journey. It was good. It was fun. We were there the whole day, and then sometime really late, I think before midnight, we then drove not all the way back to Benidorm, but then through Benidorm and then to Alicante, because we were all meeting up with other people for some drinks and things. And then we did not drive back. I say we, Isma was driving. We did not drive back until about 6 a.m, at which point we'd been awake for about 24 hours. I was DJing in the car. It was a good time. It was just me and Isma on the way back. It was really nice. We were so tired. We were just trying to keep each other awake. And oh wait, Onesie was Onesie with us on the way back? Yeah, Onesie was in there. He was asleep. Didn't really matter that he was in the car. He was just asleep on the back seat. Yeah, so all of that happened, and then Isma had to get the train back at like some stupid time in the morning, like 7:30. So we're at the train station at the back of Benidorm, still in my car, and like he's got to go, right? So we're looking for somewhere to put the car, and I'm thinking to myself, right, we'll just park the car somewhere nearby, and then later on I'm going to get one of my friends to come down, pick up this car, and then move it closer to where I live. Except in the rush, we couldn't find anywhere to park, and we ended up dumping it here. It was in a disabled spot. It wasn't even parked in the spot, and this is now just coming up to, I think, 8 in the morning. I'm exhausted. I am shattered. Isma's gone on the train. I'm stood there looking at my car, like, still haven't driven it ever at this point. I'm like, I can't remember how to drive. I can't even remember which pedal is which. It's an automatic as well, I should point it out. It's basically a go-kart. I'm like, I really can't do this. I cannot move this car. I'm either going to crash this or crash into something else or damage something. But I couldn't even leave it there to come back with somebody later and come and get it. So I'm like, ugh. And I'm exhausted. And I'm sat there like this. Look at my face. I'm like, I have no idea what to do. I am panicking. I am half asleep. I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I'm sad because Isma's gone for however long. No idea when I was going to see him again. I'm just sat by my car so that nobody tows it, trying to work out what the hell I'm going to do. Look at my face. So I'm messaging a couple of people, and I'm messaging Chris, and he's always awake at stupid o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, Chris, I've got a minor emergency. I think I asked if Sam was awake first. I'm like, is Sam awake? Oh yeah, because Chris can't drive. Chris was learning to drive, didn't have a driving license yet, could drive, but wouldn't have been able to drive my car. So I asked if Sam, his girlfriend, was awake, and like, could she come and move my car? And he was like, no, she's asleep. I'm like, I need to move my car. Where is it? It's in a disabled bay. Why? Long story. I just need help. And he was trying to make suggestions of other people to ring. I'm like, look, this is pretty urgent. And so bless him, he got in a taxi, came down, and obviously he couldn't drive the car, so he's now in the passenger seat trying to instruct me on how to drive this car to safely get us both home. He lives 2 buildings down from me. And this 5-minute journey was about half an hour of pure panic and terror. And even thinking about it now feels really surreal. I can't believe that I did it. I can't believe I got there in one piece. I can't believe I didn't kill us. I can't believe the car is intact. It was nuts. Wait. I mean, yeah, I guess so. It's as close as I want to try and get it. I'm at Uniday. I think my parking's okay. Really? I'm so tired. Oh, shut up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Parking. Hey!
You got the handbrake on.
Wait. Hey! Alright. My first parking since 2009. And my car remained there for quite some time. Until one of my friends wanted to borrow it and came and got the keys and moved it. He still has it. Safe to say I haven't driven since. And it might be quite some time before I try and drive again. I'm absolutely terrified of driving. Terrified. I didn't have a good instructor at all. He made me feel... not Chris, that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, when I was learning to drive, he made me feel like I was not in control of the car. Like, he was a very shouty instructor and just did not have much patience at all. Really made me feel like I just did not want to drive. I was kind of hoping to get over that, really. Just go and like drive around some car parks and stuff. But yeah, that incident really hasn't helped matters. And and then at some point we've ended up with curfews left, right and centre. I don't even know what it is now. I don't even know what our curfew is right now. Is it 10? I think we've got 10 p.m. curfew. So my intention was to go and drive it round in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. or whatever, when there's no cars, and take it around car parks and stuff. But I can't do that because of the curfews. So still very much not driving. Still absolutely terrified. My poor car. I really miss her. She's in good hands though. It's all good. Ben's got her. It's all good. What a disaster.